Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony and this is TC's Outdoors. So today I need to noodle down some of the big poplar rounds that I brought home a couple weeks ago. If you guys saw my roadside logging video, if not, I'll throw a link right about here and you guys can check it out. So I would normally stand my splitter up and just break them down that way, but I wanted to run the saw today. I've not really noodled anything down before, so I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to get out here and just run the saw. And secondly, my splitter is not behind me, as you might notice. It's still at my father-in-law's. We're still in the process of finishing his wood up. Hopefully this weekend we can get that done, and then I'll get the splitter back over here and we'll continue on my roadside stand firewood. But either way, I thought it was a good chance to get to it. It's beautiful out today. Get the saw out, do a little noodling and see how this goes. So but quick, I wanted to talk about the saw. So I'm running an Echo CS590. The kind of how this saw came about for me was we were clearing the property and I didn't have a saw. I did have a saw. I had a Poland Wild thing. I still own it, but it is nothing. I paid like 20 bucks at a garage sale and it's been pretty much a $20 saw. It doesn't want to stay running, and when I can get it running, it either floods out and then I can't get it running again if I shut it off, or it's just been a pain in the neck. So I borrowed my father-in-law's saw a bunch in the beginning of the clearing the property, and he's an old home light guy, so he's been running home light saws for pretty much, I think, the whole time he's ever run a chainsaw. He's probably, I think he told me the other day, he's been cutting firewood since like 1985, something like that. So it's like 5 years less than I've been alive. So he's got some experience with it, but home light doesn't, I can't go around the corner and buy one of those anymore. So I wasn't sure which direction to go. I went online, did some research, and I was looking, trying to stay affordable. And the Echo was the cheapest of the three big brands between Echo Steel and Husqvarna. And I wanted a big enough saw that I could cut, a decent sized log, and it wouldn't take me 3 weeks to get through it, and it'd be able to pull a 24-inch bar if I wanted. And so I ended up settling on the 590, and I couldn't be happier. I think I paid it was like $399 or $499. I think it was 400 bucks. $399 is what I paid for the saw, and it just starts every single time. It's never once let me down. I pull the choke, pull it over 3 times, and then it'll fire, push the choke in, pull it, and we're running all day long. So been a great saw for sure. It's $399 was the price point, and to be able to get into a Husqvarna, the next step was the Rancher, and I think those are right around 600 bucks, and which that's $200 more than this saw. And then the Steel, like 59cc, is like the MS311, I think, and they were like 680 bucks. And then Steel makes like a professional, I think it's a 362, something along the lines of that. I'm not really 100% sure on all the different models out there, and that one's like 800 bucks. And for me, just getting going, I wasn't sure really what I needed. I was going to try to keep the price low, and it's worked out great. Super reliable, great little saw. Another reason I picked the Echo is I have a dealer right up the road. So if I need parts, if I break something today, drop it, or maybe like, so you can't see from there, but I did drop a log on the handle, and you can order everything online and you can wait a few days and have it, but sometimes I don't want to do that, so I can just run to the parts or run to the dealer, and if I've got any questions, they're there for you. It's kind of a convenient deal. So that was another selling point for me, is having a dealership right up the road. And so between the price point and having a dealer right around me, it was kind of an easy choice to pick the Echo. I'm not saying in the future I wouldn't go to a Steel or go to a Husky. I would love the opportunity to run some of those big saws, the 500i, or what's the Chris in the Wood here, it's got like a 592 or 595 or something crazy like that. I would just like the chance to run one of those saws for sure, just to see what the difference is. I'm sure it's probably like a life-changing event, but then I'd have to go buy one, so maybe I don't want to do that. But so for me, the 59cc saw does exactly what I needed to do, cutting my own firewood, and my little sales operation that I've got going on. I run it quite a bit for being just like an entry-level saw, and never lets me down. So let's get spun around and I'll get the saw warmed up and we will get noodling. Alright guys, so I'm doing all the yapping about how great of a saw it is. I'll do a cold start on it for you guys. So kill switch up, choke out, and it should be 3 pulls. Oh, 2 pulls. She's ready to go today. Okay guys, check out the carnage. I quartered those big ones up, and then I just split down those 2 ash rounds that were a little too big for me to pick up. So the saw ran flawlessly like I was expecting. So yeah, again, if you're looking for a entry-level chainsaw that you can run kind of a lot, if you're gonna start a little firewood business, or if you're just cutting for yourself, I think check out the Echo. You won't be disappointed, or at least from my standpoint, I'm definitely not disappointed. Great little saw. So here's it's kind of hard, the light's weird over here right now, so I don't want to lose you, but it's done. Noodle fest, holy smokes. Noodling's fun. I know it's probably not very economical compared to standing a splitter up, but it's a lot more fun. I'd much rather do this than crawl around and split firewood, on my hands and knees. I'm not a big fan of the vertical splitting. So, all right, so let's take a quick walk. I can show you something. You guys, I've been busy since the last time we guys. Ooh, geez, there's like 10,000 bees on that tree. So I've been busy. Been working on, as you guys saw, splitting my father-in-law's firewood, and in between that, I've been moving my firewood over to the boiler pad, so that shortly, I think probably this weekend maybe, it's October 12th right now, today, not right now, so October 12th today, and I think I was looking at the 10-day forecast, and by the end of the weekend, the temperatures are staying kind of in the 40s and 50s during the day, and then overnight lows are down in the 30s, so it's time to light a fire. So if you guys remember, hopefully you remember, if you've been around long enough. Oh dude, look at that snake. You guys see that? All right, a lot of snakes in the wood yard. So if you guys remember, the first boiler wood that I split, there used to be two rows just like those 2 rows right here, and now there's just about, I don't know, just a pallet's worth left that I couldn't get. Man, it's 2 pallets, so it's probably 2 face cords or so that I couldn't get, or maybe 3 face cords or so I couldn't get moved up here. I didn't have room. So but it's all up here, it's all stacked, it's all covered, and I just threw a tarp on it for this year. So next year hopefully I'll get the roof built, but for the time being, there it is in all its glory. So I did some quick online calculating to figure out how many cubic feet this is, and it ends up being, because I cut my wood at 20 inches, not 16, it's like 184 inches long, it's just over 100 inches wide, and I've got it stacked about 64 inches or so. Ends up being just over 5 full cords, 5.5 full cords, something like that. So I don't think we're gonna need all that wood. Last year we didn't burn that much, but I figured better to be safe than sorry. And I'm actually going to start with, this is what's left from last year. So what's covered up, there's about a face cord and a half there. And I'm going to start with that. While the weather's decent, I can just run it over in a wheelbarrow and just fill the boiler like that. And then I should be able to burn for 24 hours and only have to fill it once a day, which would be nice. So well, that's it. So if you guys enjoyed the video or any of my videos, please consider subscribing. I think I am just shy of 500. I'm trying to hit that 500 milestone, and if you guys wanted to help me out hitting that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, get outdoors and do something you love.